Well, to discuss this further, I'm joined from Perth by Bill Hare, CEO of Climate Analytics and one of the leaders of the Climate Action Tracker. Thank you very much for speaking to us. What do you make of Prime Minister Boris Johnson's pledges?
Well, good morning. Look, it's a very, very important development. It's a very significant increase in ambition, and if implemented, then it would make the UK one of the very first countries to have its emissions fully inside the pathway we need to have between 2030 and 2050 to meet the Paris Agreement's 1.5-degree limit. It's coming at a very important time in the history of the climate issue. The UK is co-hosting the Climate Summit 12th of December on ambition, and next year's big summit in Glasgow. So it's a very timely development. Of course, it's not the end of the story. A little bit deeper reductions would be a bit safer. And in addition, the UK needs to provide a lot of climate finance to poorer developing countries to help them. And that's something I'm sure they've got under consideration.
You say if implemented. How confident are you that the pledges made by the Prime Minister will actually be put into practice?
That's a very good question. It should worry everyone. But the UK has a legislated program, one of the best actually in the world, for implementing its climate policies based on scientific advice from its Climate Change Committee. So with the UK puts this into legislation, then I think we can be pretty confident that it will get to where it needs to be. Its most recent 5-year target is being over-exceeded by a few percent for different reasons. So I think we could have confidence that if they actually put in place the policies to do this in a legislative framework, then they would be really well on track to do it and give us all confidence that we can begin to get this climate problem under control, actually.
Just briefly, do you think we're seeing a bit of a sea change then? We know that Joe Biden's promised to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. We've now had these commitments from the British Prime Minister. Are politicians now taking this seriously?
Well, it seems that after a long period of, I could only say, depression about action, starting with President Xi Jinping of China's announcement at the General Assembly in September of China heading towards net zero emissions before 2060, we've seen a spate of developments, including now the incoming Biden administration's pledge to be on a very similar trajectory. So we're seeing really renewed momentum. And you know what? It's not beyond time, because we're seeing climate impacts literally exploding across the planet. We had the horrible bushfires in Australia earlier this year, late 2019. We've had heat waves in Europe. We've had collapsing Arctic sea ice. There's just endless examples of really big impacts that climate change is already having. So it really is time that politicians woke up. And I think this is a really good signal now moving forward.
Bill Hare, thank you very much, CEO of Climate Analytics, speaking to us there in Perth.
Thank you.